Soichiro Honda, the visionary founder of Honda Motor Company, is celebrated today as a symbol of innovation, resilience, and the spirit of never giving up. But his journey to success was anything but smooth, for it was filled with hardships, humiliations, and failures that nearly crushed him. Yet instead of quitting, Honda transformed every setback into a stepping stone toward greatness. Born in 1906 in a small Japanese village, Soichiro was not born into wealth or privilege, but into poverty. And from an early age he was fascinated by machines, engines, and anything mechanical, often spending hours tinkering in his father's blacksmith shop. Yet society looked down on him as an uneducated dreamer. At 15, he left home to work as a mechanic in Tokyo, where he faced harsh conditions, long hours, and ridicule. But he absorbed everything, determined to master the art of engines. His dream was to design his own piston rings and supply them to Toyota. But when he finally submitted his first designs, Toyota rejected them outright, calling his work substandard, a crushing blow that might have ended another man's dream, but not Honda's. He went back to school, studied metallurgy, and tried again, facing more failures and rejections, but he refused to give up until Toyota finally gave him a contract, only for his factory to be bombed during World War II and destroyed by an earthquake soon after. Imagine building your dream only to see it wiped out twice. Most would have quit, but Honda refused. Instead, he salvaged whatever scraps he could, and with Japan in ruins, gasoline in short supply, and transportation nearly impossible, he came up with a crazy idea, attaching a small motor to a bicycle. People laughed, but necessity made his invention a hit. And soon he launched Honda Motor Company in 1948, a tiny startup with almost no resources but endless determination. Even then, success was not instant. His early motorcycles were ridiculed for being too noisy and low quality, and he was dismissed as just another failed tinkerer. But Honda kept improving, kept learning, and refused to quit until he created a motorcycle that people loved. His breakthrough came with the Honda Super Cub, which became the best-selling motorcycle in history. And then he set his eyes on cars, competing against giants like Toyota, Nissan, and American manufacturers who dismissed him as an amateur. Yet Honda's persistence paid off. His cars, known for efficiency, reliability, and innovation, slowly won the world's trust. And in 1972, the Honda Civic changed everything, becoming an international success. From poverty to rejection, from bombed factories to bankruptcies, from being laughed at to building one of the largest automotive and motorcycle companies in the world, Soichiro Honda's story is proof that failure is not the opposite of success, but its foundation. And his life reminds us that when everything collapses, when rejection feels endless, when the world says you are not good enough, that is exactly when you must push harder. Because success belongs to those who refuse to give up. Honda once said, "Success is 99% failure," and his journey proves it. Every setback made him stronger, every failure became his teacher, and every rejection paved the road to his empire. Today, the Honda logo is more than just a brand. It is a symbol of persistence, courage, and vision, all built by a man who turned rejection into recognition, proving to the world that fortune belongs to those who never stop fighting for their dreams. Honda once said, "Success is 99% failure," and his journey proves it. Every setback made him stronger, every failure became his teacher, and every rejection paved the road to his empire. Today, the Honda logo is more than just a brand. It is a symbol of persistence, courage, and vision, all built by a man who turned rejection into recognition, proving to the world that fortune belongs to those who never stop fighting for their dreams.